Hi, I'm Rawdawg Rory, rocking the foo again on Friday, and tonight I'd like to talk a little bit about an adventure we're going on. About 4 years ago, I moved down here to Pennsylvania from Connecticut to get into organic farming and do some other projects, and that's when I stumbled upon raw foods. And since then, it's taken me in this whole new direction that I really like, and I really think that it's a good way to get the word about organics, organic farming, and to encourage organic farming and gardening through encouraging people to eat more raw organic produce. So now that I'm getting really geeked up about the raw foods, turns out that raw foods are pretty much blowing up in Connecticut right now, and and so, well, at least definitely compared to around here, this is like really meat and potatoes country around here. So me and my family are packing up. I'm leaving a job that was pretty secure and making decent money, and we're gonna take this trip and see where it leads us. There's a lot of cool opportunities around there. Going to be offering my raw food classes, in-home prep classes, and yeah, just really excited about it. And hopefully I'll run into some of you raw fooders up there. Tonight I want to show you how to make a really simple 3-course dish here. This is perfect, especially for us in our situation where, we don't have a lot of time to dehydrate, process, and do all that other good stuff because our place is looking like a disaster area right now with all these boxes and whatnot. Got half our kitchen packed up in here. So I'm going to be making a raw version of a dish that I really loved back in the day when I was a teenager and younger. It's pasta aioli. But we're going to be using cucumbers as the pasta. It's going to be a raw pasta aioli or a cucumber aioli. And first we want to make the sauce. And it's really simple. Here we have a 1/4 cup of hemp oil, which is really great for you stuff. And to this, I'm going to be adding about 4 massive cloves of garlic because I love garlic. Oh, yes. And plop that in there. You could add less, more or less to your taste, You don't got to go as crazy as I am. Just stir that in there. And although it may seem like a lot, when you add this sauce to the cucumbers, the water content of the cucumbers is going to dilute this a lot. So if you taste your sauce and it's like, oh my gosh, this is too spicy, don't worry about it. Once it gets all mixed around, tossed with those cucumbers, it's going to dilute and it's going to taste marvelous. And to this, we're going to be adding about 1.5 teaspoons of mineral salt. And stir that up in there. And I like it spicy, so I'm going to be adding 1/4 tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Toss that in there. And voila, we have our sauce. How easy was that? Now, for our pasta, we're going to take a cucumber. This one I've already peeled here. And using my vegetable peeler and using the claw grip here to keep my fingers out of the way, just going to take it down like that and bust out a bunch of noodles. And this will be our pasta. And it's really good. I like this actually better than zucchini pasta. To me, it tastes a little less starchy. It's a little less of a heavy dish when you use the cucumbers as the noodles, I find. And I like it. And just keep bringing that around there and making more and more noodles until you start working your way down to the seedy bit in the center. Just want to get as many noodles as you can out of that bad boy. Oops, that one's got some seeds in it. Ooh, that one too. But it's not a big deal. Now that we have our pasta, we're going to plate it up. Oh, and don't eat that. Don't be tempted to munch that thing down right now, but I had plans for that bad boy. So, I'm going to put our pasta noodles on the plate here. And I got some more that I prepared earlier. Plop that on there. And we're going to drizzle on some of this lovely sauce. And you don't want to put the sauce on too far ahead of time because the salt in the sauce will make the cucumbers start to drain out their water and really dilute it. So you want to do this right when you're ready to serve it. And now for a side dish to this, we're going to be making just a really simple, uber quick kind of bruschetta. And we just got some diced Roma tomatoes here, and we're going to sprinkle in about a teaspoon of thyme. And you could use basil, oregano, whatever you like. You can make it a little more advanced than that, just keeping it simple. And just a little bit of salt. That's probably 3/4 of a teaspoon, maybe, or less. And just a little bit of fresh ground black pepper to taste. You can put garlic in there too if you want. Flavor it up however you want. I have garlic in this part of the dish already, so I want to kind of make this stand out a bit. So now just toss this up with the spices there, the seasonings. Oops, spilling a little there, but that's okay. And this is best, if you want to make this a couple minutes ahead of time, let it sit. The longer it sits, the more flavor is going to come out of it. And you can also substitute fresh herbs for the dried herbs I'm using here. Just using dried herbs for convenience, what we got. And that's what we're going to use. And now, you can make this look all fancy. Sprinkle a little of this bruschetta around here. It's really good mixed in with the pasta itself. Just plate that up there. And now, for this core, we are going to make something yummy. Just cut it in half like that. Cut it down the length of it. Oops, that bit's a little falling apart, but it's all good. And now these strips we got here, just cut them into thirds, and we're left with these like little cucumber sticks. We're going to take those, and I have quite a bit more here that I've already prepared, and just toss them onto a plate. And now we're going to just take a little nutritional yeast and sprinkle that on there, and just kind of toss them up a little bit. And you can add a pinch of salt to this, pinch of cayenne pepper, Italian seasoning, season these up however you want. You could even, if you want to do less of the nutritional yeast, if you have issues with it at all, you can use ground flax seeds as a coating for these too. Mixed with spices and a little bit of salt, flavor it up. Just do it how you like it and what works for you. Be flexible. Now that we got our cheesy breadsticks good to go, just toss a few of those on our plate here, and voila! A really quick 3-course raw meal. No dehydration, no processing, no nuts or seeds, really light and delicious, as I will demonstrate. That is so good. See yous.